And a lot of us maybe going back to work or school for the first time this week here. It's going to be a little bit warm as we do so. Maybe not necessarily this morning, only looking at the middle 70s by 9 o'clock. A lot of sunshine. Wind's kind of whipping out of the south later on today. That's going to kind of carry us into those lower 90s as we get into the early afternoon hours. But by this evening, going to be tracking a cold front. That'll drop us back to the middle 80s, but it's also going to be dropping possibly some rain in some spots. Here's the latest look at future tracking. Again, you can see those clouds starting to thicken up as we get into about 4 and 5 o'clock. I think it might be an hour after that. Once we see some of that, before we can get some rain out of some of those clouds later on as we get into this evening. Most of this, though, looks like it's going to be along and south of I-70, especially down toward I-44 later on tonight. But you notice the time stamps there. Again, they should be out of our hair by about 9 or 10 o'clock later on tonight. So not expecting this to be sticking around too terribly long. And look at that. On the other side of things, the other side of that front, we're only topping out in the low to mid 80s tomorrow. Do it all over again, it looks like, into Thursday. But there goes that high pressure center sliding off to our south and east, and that means we're going to start to warm back up. As we get into Friday, again, pretty seasonal. I think we might step a little bit beyond that getting into Saturday, back into those low 90s. Going to be tracking another frontal boundary as we get into Sunday. You don't really notice a whole lot of that. It's not going to be bringing us rain chances, but might shave off a few degrees as we close out the weekend. Other than that, looks like we're pretty smooth sailing here over the next week around mid-Missouri.